In my last nickel hunt, I was blessed with a collection dump of some older Buffalo nickels and a V-nickel. And I said in that video I'd go back to that bank and grab another box. Well, I did just that. This is, I'm hoping, the sister box to that box. Same bank, next day, before their delivery, and has the 4-0 stamps like we had in the last one. So hopefully that's a sister box. If not, at least a good box. Figured while I was at it, I'd make it a 2-box hunt, so I went to a bank across the street, a different branch, and grabbed another nickel box. It does have a different stamp on it, though, so it's not going to be the sister box to the previous box we've already talked about, but you never know. Either way, stay tuned for a 2-box nickel hunt in our quest to complete the Series 2 Jefferson Nickel album before the 167th box is searched. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure. Welcome back to my channel. I pretty much covered everything in the intro, so hopefully we got the sister box, and if not, hopefully we got some good boxes. As you know, we only have 8 boxes left before the 167th box to find that 1950D Key Date Jefferson Nickel for the Series 2 album in order to tie or beat the Series 1 album. So we'll be looking for war nickels, which are made of 35% silver, Buffalo nickels, V nickels, any proofs, any foreign coins, varieties, key dates, semi-key dates, and the whole 9 yards. Obviously, I'll give you guys a look at the book at the end when I compare today's finds with them to see if we have any upgrades or additions. But for now, we're going to get right to the hunt. This is going to be episode number 149, and it's boxes 160 and 161. I've already made sure they were circulated coins. I could tell from the holes in the bottom of these boxes. And I'll tell you, this hopeful sister box didn't look as good as the last box by the bottom. But then again, you never know. Let's go ahead and crack open the top of this box if I can get it open. Looks like it's hardly glued, but only on the edges. So it should be pretty good, and it is. All right. No fancy enders, and there are quite a few nicer, newer nickels, unfortunately. So maybe it's not the sister box. Got kind of an old one there, but man, there's a lot of modern nickels on the ends on these rolls. So that's going to be kind of tough, I think. Let's get the cracking rolls, see if it's as bad as it looks from the top side on the inside. I'll be back with my first find of box number 1. Well, we just grabbed roll 1 out of the box, as you saw. Opened it up, and I saw an odd-looking edge. Just slid it down, and take a look at that. Only the 4th coin in. We're kicking it off with a Philadelphia minted 35% silver wartime nickel. 1944 Philly. I will take that. Roll 1 is off and running. Could be a good box. Roll number 2 had that old ender, and sure enough, it is old. A 1941 Philadelphia. We're on roll number 15 of the box now, and we have added a handful of nickels from the 50s, including a better date and relatively nice lower mintage 1959 Philadelphia. We'll take that, but I bring in because finally we have another 40s nickel, and it's a 1948 Denver. We are on roll number 24 of the first box. It's been a little bit light, but now we're going to have our first Buffalo nickel sliding down the roll. I can see the back of a Buffalo. Let's see if it has a mint mark. It does not have a mint mark, and in the other box we had lots of them with mint marks. Although the detail on this one looks pretty good. Do we have a date? And we do. 1937 Philadelphia. We'll take it. A dated Buffalo nickel in roll number 24. Well, it looks like the box is starting to heat up. Very next roll, roll 25. Hunting through the roll, flattening them out. Thought I saw a Buffalo verse. Tap the coin, and sure enough, we do. Is there a mint mark on this one? And I don't see a mint mark. Is there a date? And there is. Another 1937 Philadelphia minted Buffalo nickel. We'll just double check that area. There's a little bit of gunk down there. I want to make sure. Yeah. No mint mark. 2 1937 Buffalo nickels and a silver nickel. Almost halfway done with the box. Roll number 28. Our second nickel from 1941. And that's a 41 Denver. Roll number 45 of the box is going to give us our second war nickel. I flattened out the roll, saw what looked like a dark edge, just kind of slid them aside. And sure enough, I see a Denver mint mark. So not only do we have another 35% silver wartime nickel, it's a Denver. And obviously, for those that don't know, the 43D is a tougher date. It'd be nice if it's the 43D, but let's take a peek. And it's the 45D. Not the 43D, but I'll definitely take it. You now have 2 buffalo nickels to go along with 2 silver nickels in the box with 5 rolls left. We have finished that first box, and while it was light on finds, only 17 on the board, we got 2 silver nickels, we got 2 buffalo nickels, we got a better date 1959 Philadelphia nickel, and on top of that, we even got a Canadian nickel from 1987. So definitely light as far as quantity, but quality was there. 1 box down. Unfortunately, it wasn't the sister box to the other box, but it still did us pretty good. Let's grab the other box from across the street. A different stamp on it, so definitely a different time it was sorted by the sorting facility. And let's take a quick peek here. No buffalo nickel enders, but this box looks a little more promising. We got an older nickel here, 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 and here, and maybe some more back here. So definitely looks a little bit better on the top side, although that's going to be a tough box to beat. Let's continue the hunt. I'll bring you guys back in as soon as I have a find in the second box. And let's see if we can get on some more buffaloes, some more silver nickels, but more importantly, a 1950 Denver nickel. Well, it took us 16 rolls into the second box to get our first nickel from the 40s, although we have found some from the 50s. We also got our first from 1940, and that's going to be a 1940 San Francisco. Finally, a somewhat old nickel in the second box. Hopefully, we do better than that. Well, box number 2 has been pretty ho-hum so far. It's only about 5 or 6 finds, but roll 23 is going to get us another buffalo nickel. It's got a green patina to it, and it does have a Denver mint mark, I believe. Could be San Francisco. I'll check it under the scope in a second. What year is it? And it's a 1936, so it's most likely going to be that Denver we spoke about, and it is 1936 Denver. Definitely a fun find, and don't see an RPM, or at least I didn't see one under the scope, and we have all the legs as well. So we'll take it. Third dated buffalo nickel of the hunt with 27 rolls left. Roll number 31, another 1941 Jefferson nickel from Philadelphia. Roll number 42 is going to have a very nice 1949 nickel. The 49S is a semi-key date. That would be nice. But of course, just having a beautiful nickel like this from the 40s could be an upgrader. Is there a mint mark? There is a mint mark. It looks like it might be a Denver though. And it is. I don't see the D over S. Either way though, it's still a really nice 1949 nickel. And it might be an upgrader for one of the books. Can't get mad at that. Second nice find of the box. Although the box, like I said earlier, has been pretty slow so far. Let's get back to the hunt. Well, we finished that second box of nickels, and you know what? It was another tough nickel box as far as quantity. For the 2-box hunt, we only have 29 finds on the board, but quality was pretty dang good. These are all the common nickels up here. We got the Canadian nickel you saw earlier. We got that beautiful 1949 Denver, could be an upgrader. And I actually end up finding a second 1959 better date Philadelphia low mintage nickel as well, and this one kind of looks like it could be a Black Beauty. It's a lighter color, but any of the improper annealed Black Beauties from 1959 will have a slight grayish tone to them, and compared to the other one, you can see that it does, but it's not as dark as the ones I have found, so I'm not going to say it is one, but either way, it's still another 1959 Philadelphia nickel in really nice shape. We got 3 buffalo nickels, a 1936 Denver, and 2 1937 Philadelphias. On top of that, we got 2 war nickels, a 1944 Philly, and a 1945 Denver. So a total of 9 of the 29 finds were quality finds. The rest, pretty common, but we still need to compare all of today's finds to both albums, see if we have any upgrades. I don't think we have any additions, but we'll do our due diligence, and I'll be back in just a second with a look at the books and some final thoughts on this 2-box hunt. Well, we've compared all of today's finds to both albums, and we do have an upgrade for Series 2. That 49D I found today was definitely nicer than the one we had in there, as you can see. So we got 1 upgrade for Series 2, did not get the addition that we needed, and we were able to use one of the 1959s. I chose the darker one because it had more steps on the back for the book as well. So 1 upgrade for Series 2, 1 upgrade for Series 3, and now after 161 boxes searched, still needing that 50D. And after 94 boxes searched for the Side Finds album, still missing 3 of them. Of course, one's the 50D, and then 2 other key dates, both San Francisco minted 38 and 39 S's. We also got a couple of nickels for the silver jar. That'll make the silver jar happy, as well as 3 buffalo nickels we get to add to our collection. I know we didn't find what we came to find, and I know it wasn't the sister box to the collection dump, but 3 buffalo nickels, 2 Silver War nickels, a very nice 1949 Denver, and a couple of better date 1959 Ps. Still a productive hunt overall. If you guys enjoyed this 2-box hunt, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching. Nothing wrong with adding a few more silver coins to the silver jar.